Hello everybody and welcome back, and you join us on a very balmy, for the first time in about 2 weeks, afternoon down at the MOD at Sand Point. We've got about 2.5 hours to low and we haven't walked very far. We've just come down the ramp there. Going to fish just to the right of the structures, at least initially.
No point in walking for another blank.
No point walking for another blank. Excellent, yes. I like the positivity there, but you're probably right. Chris has very kindly dug some lug yesterday. We got some squid and we're going to be fishing those on pulleys with rotten bottoms. And enjoy the relative peace. There's no other anglers here. My last couple of videos have not been fish filled, and I'm not really hopeful that this one is going to have anything in it either, but bear with us. Stranger things have happened. So we'll get set up and join you shortly.
It's really not worth it.
There you go. Whole squid stuffed with about 6 lug.
He said he hadn't caught it.
Right. Find a safe place to cast. Looks nice, doesn't it? Ooh, bloody muddy. Don't come here expecting it not to be muddy. Yeah, that's with a really heavy lead and bait. The thing is, with a fixed spool, that you can do it without risk of an overrun. So right. Just wait for that.
Well, you're in the tide, yeah?
I am in the tide.
There's a crab on that one.
Is there? It's what keeps the fish hanging around, all the crabs, I think, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And probably what brings the hounds in the spring. There you go, second rod. Half a dozen lug, tip the squid on a pulley.
Bad, you're not far off where the other one was.
No. It's in the tide anyway, isn't it? It's so difficult to cast when you're not quite sure of your footing, isn't it? Do not come down here in your trainers. It is pretty gruesome. An hour to low. Crabs are fairly active. The lug only rod just gets stripped in 10 minutes, so I've just got onto a stuffed squid on both rods. The crabs are taking their time getting through that, so you can leave it out for about 20-25 minutes quite easily. Looks lovely. Got a nice little tide line which I've just got in the edge of there. You know, you just feel there's got to be sort of resident fish here most of the time. Or fish that at least sort of put, you know, moved along here on the ebb and then moved back up towards Kingston Seymour over there on the flood. Because there's loads of crabs out there, so there's food.
I don't think there's anywhere else quite like this, is there, with the sort of big eddy areas?
No, I mean, you've got the tide line there,
Yeah.
so it's ripping through across there, and you would have thought, wouldn't you, just in it, or just this side of it would be the place, wouldn't you?
There were a heap of mermaids' purses on the beach yesterday.
What, a Brean?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be ray then, wouldn't it?
Ray or
Thornbacks.
dogfish,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, another month the bass will be in.
Forever the optimist. Right, I'm going to have to go and rebait.
Yep.
Right, thank you for the worms.
Okay. Let's see how they do.
Well, I'm sure the crabs will love them.
They will.
Well, tide's just starting to flood. Chris is getting very frustrated, as I am, at the distinct lack of action. Oh dear. A bite, that's all we want. I've never known the mud be quite as bad as this on here. It just had weeks of easterly winds and no real wave to remove all the sediment, and it's just horrible out here at the moment. We'll give it another hour. Yeah, the tide's really flooding now. Look at the bend in those rods. Come on. Now's the time. The tide's just picked up. Well, that's it. Another disappointing session. Not a single bite. However, tomorrow I think low pressure is coming in from the Atlantic. I'm going to get very strong southerly, southwesterly winds, so hopefully that'll stir it up a bit. So I'll get out again next week with Chris, I think, and see if we can't do any better. Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel on a rather breezy late February afternoon down at Brean with Chris, who as usual is taking the main bait digging responsibilities. I'll give him a coffee later as a reward. I hope you can hear me over the sound of the wind, but that looks lovely out there. I mean, a nice 15-mile-an-hour westerly pushing straight in on the beach, and unfortunately the Bristol Channel has not been kind to us the last few weeks, probably to be expected in February, but ever the optimist, at least initially. We'll come down here, I'm going to fish pulleys at range, probably stuff a squid with some lug and maybe some lug on its own, in the hope of probably a bass is the best bet, but you never know, there might be a stray cod about or the odd thornback. We'll give it a go for 3 hours anyway, so it's about 3.5 hours to high, fish it 3 hours up to high and see what happens. We'll join you shortly. There'll be one in there somewhere.
There'll be one in there.
There's a good one.
Oh, got me.
Yep, there's one. You got him? There's one in there. So that's what we want. Look at those beauties. Another 20 of those and that'll do us for the session, I think.
Always dig some more worms.
It's funny how the worms on this beach go through phases within the space of a week or two of being either really poor and milky or small, and then suddenly you've got some beauties like this again.
Depends on the tides, it depends on the temperature, it depends on the algae.
It'd be interesting to know how quickly they grow. I mean, I imagine they grow quite quickly.
I think they do, yeah. With a bit of algae, they grow. 8 weeks, I think, yeah.
Get another couple on there. About 6 is what I normally fish. So that's a whole squid stuffed with 5 freshly dug lug. A 3-0 with a circle at the top. Should do it, hopefully. Right, time to get one out. There's a bit of weed on the beach, but we can pick that up to stop it getting caught in the lines. I'm going to get an early one out, I think. So I've just got the lug only. I'm not going to put the grip. Don't be tempted on your first cast here to put the grips in unless it's a really strong lateral, because you will get it stuck in that soft mud out there. So no grips generally first cast. It's coming straight in, so it won't move sort of right or left at all really, I don't think. And it's only a 10.3 metre tide on the Western-super-Mare scale, so it's not a huge tide. But I mean, it does look lovely. If only there were fish in the Bristol Channel, I'd quite fancy our chances today. But you know, there's always a possibility of some bass in this. So again, first cast, no need to whack it. You can see how far I've walked down from the rods. It'll be with the rods in 15 minutes, so no point in setting up too close to the sea. So within about 15-20 minutes I'm going to be 150 yards out, I would imagine. So just a nice gentle lob first cast. And always just move it just a couple of feet when I've cast out, just purely and simply to stop that lead from going straight down into the soft mud. The further you get up the beach, the softer the mud is, so just move that big boy out of the way. I'll come down in a minute and move the rest of the weed out of the way. Right, I'll go move a bit of that weed, I think, and then I'll get the other one out in a minute. The water's actually feels relatively warm for February. That's pretty good. Right, let's go and get the other one out. Looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not moving as fast as I thought it would.
There we go, all 4 rods out. Dead on 3 hours before high. High at 5 this afternoon. Always like this beach when it's sort of straight in. A southerly can be or a northerly can be a real pain here when it's straight along the beach. There's birds there.
Yeah. Nice tide for them. You can see all the little squiggles. I guess they look at the squiggles and say, "Ah, there's a shell."
Yeah, that's a shell. Yep.
I guess if you relied on that shellfish to...
You got a bit of slack on that new one there, Chris?
Just a big wave. I have a look. I left quite a lot of slack out there.
But there's definitely a bit of a bank here now, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. It runs smoothly up to this.
Yes, and then it
goes up the bank.
Well,
So
just that point there, about 20 yards behind us.
that's the second one that's gone slack.
Yeah. Far one. And again, that's gone very slack. Come on, fishy! It would be nice to catch a fish first cast.
That bed only has one iron on it.
It shouldn't be going like that though, Chris. It is, it's coming towards you. Slack again. Yeah, that's a fish, isn't it? And again. I reckon that's a bass. No?
Doesn't feel like it.
Did it go then?
It's a fish.
Yeah, yeah. Hey!
My phone's going.
Yeah, your phone's off. A fish? What's one of those? It's not very far out either, is it? 10 minutes? Certainly looked like it. I don't know if you could catch it on camera, but the line just kept getting progressively slack, even when Chris pulled and retrieved some line. So it's quite a common sort of bite on this beach, either slack line, there you go, slack line, or moves to the right. That looks like a bass to me, the way it's going. It is. You beauty. It's a fish! There are fish in the Bristol Channel, it's official. A fish, Clarky. Look at that.
Hooray!
Hang on, I've got to get a picture because no one will believe us.
This fish gets spiked.
You got spikes. There you go. Oh, hang on. Right. Get him as close to me as you possibly can. Give me the long arm.
Nah, they're too spiky for that.
Just give me the long arm. Stop messing about.
At last.
Hey. Other way, mate. Yeah, yeah, I'll get him. There you go, mate. Oh. There we go, he's off. Oh, what a start. That's more like it. That's a fish, isn't it? Oh, there's a load of slack, but
On the screen.
no, it's on lug. Yeah, I think he's there.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he is.
Yeah, that's good. That was a proper bite.
It was a proper bite, wasn't it? Yeah.
One that actually bent the rod.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's there.
Slightly bigger than mine, I think.
We're nearly at the end of the reel, actually.
Yeah, you won't get
Getting closer now. There he is. Another bass, I would say.
bigger one.
Don't know, I don't think so, but I don't care, it's a fish. Whoa, look at him go. It's a feisty fish. I'll get him on this wave, I think. Surf it in. Oh, that's a much better fish. That's a beauty. That's a nice one, isn't it?
Yeah. It's 3.5.
Yeah.
3.5. Lovely. I just had a bite on mine as well, but I missed it.
Can you hold that, Chris?
I can. I better get in some more worms.
There you go, mate. That way. Thank you, Mr. Fish. Well, that was on the plain lug, so I'll get another one out there. And Chris thinks he's into another one. Blimey, we go a couple of months without anything significant. We caught 3 in about half an hour. Oh, I wonder if you've got me, Chris, as well. I've just gone really slack there.
Sorry?
Do you think you've caught me?
I can't across you.
I think you've caught me there.
Oh, I have.
But not to worry. I'll just get this one out. Oh, and how much further have you got?
Oh, I've got a worm there, yeah.
I'll just get this one out in a sec. think he's over my line, unfortunately. But I'll just get this one out while there's fish out there. What a start! Let's get back and see what Clarky's doing. Under me. That's it. Hang on. Whoa! Oh God. Carry on. Oh dear, what a mess. Oh, I've brought my whole gear in. Oh dear. Right. That was a bit hectic. Yeah, Chris had another one on there, but it got over my line and came off. And we're going to have to dig some more bait. That hasn't happened for a while. Unfortunately, it brought my long rod in with a squid on it, so I've had to recast that, which is a shame. I quite like it being at distance, but there we go. Well, there's obviously quite a few bass out there today. It's nice to see. They normally come on this beach in numbers sort of March, April. A bit early this year, but obviously we had those 3 weeks of easterly winds and horrible weather, and the low pressure has moved in, so that's obviously switched it on. I mean, my little pond at home has got all the frogs have arrived in it, all the carixa are active, the newts are active. I don't have any fish in it, but I'm sure if I did, they'd be active. So it's a good little barometer for what's happening elsewhere in the fishing. When the pond becomes active in the spring, then that's a good sign. Oh, just so nice to feel a fish on the beach after a couple of dreadful trips. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't have the GoPro when I got my bike, but I say Chris's, you could see, was a slack line, but this, the one I had, even though it was about 200 odd yards out, the rod actually pulled down considerably, so you know, it was easy to see even at that range. So I knew it was a slightly better fish than the first one. It's got to be a good chance of a couple more before high. I mean, we've only been fishing for 45 minutes. The tide's probably moving at its fastest for the next 45 minutes as well. Yeah, come and have a coffee, Chris.
It's a mad 10 minutes, wasn't it?
It was manic, wasn't it? Yeah. Absolutely manic. I forgot what it felt like.
Had to get 2 good pull down bites.
Yes,
well.
yes.
I should have run that one in earlier, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's alright. Hey, Chris, it doesn't matter. He just took it, that one of yours just took it and just swam across my line, that's all it was.
He went under it, didn't
He did go under it, yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah,
Near
that's
one.
right.
That's a bite,
Yeah,
isn't it?
That's right. No weed.
Yeah, look at that dropping there.
Oh, lovely.
That's a fish. That's a fish. Oh, loads of slack.
Is there?
Think so.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, he's there. Hook round.
Come on then.
Good one.
It doesn't feel quite as big, but they're just running straight towards you, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. In those waves, and they come. Okay, all right. Smaller one.
I think so.
Oh, maybe not. It's not bad.
Oh no. Yeah, slightly smaller. Wow.
Slightly smaller.
Can you do the honours, sir? No, you can unhook him if you like.
Oh, that's a bunch. I've got holes in my wellies.
Oh, have you? Okay, I'll do it. Hold the rod then. On the circle again.
Yeah. Both, I think, from the look of it.
No, he just. Oh, it might be hooked in the flank as well. Yeah. Ah. Okay, mate, you're going back. There you go.
Oh, that's a nice bite again.
Lovely bite again. Yeah, he's off. Get in there. Look at the slack there on that one. That's another fish. Just dropped to the beach. Just bait up well. Here he comes. Yeah, that's a fish, Chris. You there?
Way down. Way down.
Is he on?
I don't know where I am with yours.
Oh, that's alright, don't worry.
That is alright.
Better go and help him, I suppose. You alright? Don't think so. Is he there?
Yeah, good one.
A good one. Is it off? No. Here it be. Oh, another nice fish. There you go. I've got the rod.
That's a good one.
Yeah, another nice one. Same as my first one.
Yeah. Oh, lovely, aren't they?
Keep on coming off.
Ah, I went deep.
Well done, Chris. Yeah, still an hour and a quarter to hide.
Yeah,
Got to be a chance of another one or two.
I think so.
But I think they're just going along in little schools, aren't they? You know,
Yeah, they're all school bass. Yeah.
But you know, they're just meandering up and down, in and out, in and out. Because both times we've had fish within a few 5 minutes of each other, haven't we?
Yeah, whether that's just the distance or whether it's because the shoal has gone by. Pick a big one out.
Well, I don't know. Your best and my best were both 3 and a bit, weren't they? So they were, you know, very happy with that.
Very happy.
Well, about half an hour high, and it's slowed down a bit, the fishing. I've had a bite for a while. Give it another 20 minutes or so. But lovely to come out here and catch a few fish. Hopefully a sign that things are starting to improve. Well, high tide is here, and that's about it for this session. Get home for tea. Lovely to have a few fish on the bank for a change. Hope you enjoyed watching as much as we did fishing it, and I hope to see you again soon on the channel. So take care, everybody. Tight lines all. See you soon. Cheers.